there's this spectacular event. And in the moments leading up to it, Jesus has asked the disciples to go and pray with him, and they are asleep. And this is Jesus' inner circle. These are his three closest disciples. They're up in the mountain praying, and they can't hang with Jesus. They can't keep their eyes open, and they drift off to sleep. But then something incredible happens, and it wakes them up. And in this minute, they get it. And the same thing that Peter had said earlier about, who do you say I am? And Peter said, you're the Son of God, you're the Christ of God, you're the Messiah. Peter not only sees it, he knows it, he can experience it. It became real. Just like I knew about electricity, but when I felt it course through my body, I knew what it was. Peter knows it in this moment. When he sees Jesus lit up, transfigured, his raiment turning white, it became real. Something happens with frequency around here. Somebody will come to maybe hear one of our worship services, or they'll hear us preach in the jail, or maybe they're in a Bible study, and God gets a hold of them, and suddenly the things that they had thought about or knew to be true or considered themselves to be, suddenly in that moment, it gets real to them. And they become a believer. And they thought they were one, but now they're a believer because it is real and they understand it and they know that God has made all this difference in their life. And they go and they tell their family, I'm going to get baptized at my church. And their family says this, what do you mean you're going to get baptized? You got baptized when you were a kid. What do you mean you get baptized? We baptized you when you were a baby. They say, well, I've become a Christian. They say, what do you mean you became a Christian? You've always been a Christian. They say, well, I don't know, but something is different about me now. And people who have considered themselves to be a Christian their whole life, people that their family said, we're believers or we're Christians their whole life, suddenly they wake up to the fact, they have this moment like Peter, James, and John have, where they wake up to the fact like, man, this is real. And I've just been playing around before now, and I've known the right things to say, but I'm feeling it at this moment, and I can tell you that this is the real deal, and Jesus is the Son of God, because I can see the light in this moment. And he wakes up. You see, when we see who Jesus really is, we wake up. And some of you right now, you're sleeping. And I'm not just talking about people who are dozing off in my sermon. I'm saying you are just sleeping through life. You're just sleepwalking through life. And if I were to ask you if you're a Christian, you'd say, yeah, I've always been a Christian. I've always gone to church. But there's never been that moment in your life where you have seen who Jesus really is and the difference he makes in you, and you wake up. And you've just been sleepwalking through life. Just doing the same old, same old. There's never been a moment where everything changed. You never woke up.